Hi, this is Steve Grimmett, choking on a mini jelly bean from Grim Reaper. You're listening to a brutally delicious podcast. Oh, yeah.
So, Steve, that's my partner, Riina, and I've got my other partner, Chris. He had to step out for a second, but he'll join us here in a minute. I believe he's still in this. So, thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it. We were just talking about it. You can help me out here. I've been a fan and had it on vinyl, the original See You in Hell. How long ago was that? 83?
Yep.
I was right, 83.
Yeah, 83.
Wow. Long
time ago.
Yeah, holy cow. I was in high school. Did you ever imagine you'd still be doing this kind of stuff?
No, to be quite honest, no. Everything that I've ever done has been a surprise. And, even now, because I started Steve Grimmett's Grim Reaper in, I think it was 2001. And I was just about to give up on the industry and say, you know what, I've had enough, blah, 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 blah. And we did a German festival called Keep It True. And I couldn't believe the response that we got. So it was like, I think there's something in this, guys. So let's carry on doing it and maybe even write another album, a new album. So, and basically that's how it's continued.
Awesome. So I know it's been, Chris, you here? Chris, you here?
Yeah, still out with the dog.
No, he just said he's in the conversation. Okay, never mind. Anyway, sorry,
yeah,
Steve.
It's okay.
So over the years, I mean, you've had different morphings of the band, and you've actually had your fair share of tragedy. How do you keep going on and keep persisting?
It's partly that that makes me keep going. There is one factor that keeps me going. It's not just it's the fans, really.
Right.
And when I was laying in hospital losing my right leg, the fans in Ecuador kept pouring in every day. In fact, security had to get a lot tighter to stop them coming in. It was that
really
bad. Yeah. And there was over 300 people on the day that I left the hospital. There was over 300 people waiting outside to see me off. It was fantastic, absolutely brilliant. But
that's gotta be amazing.
It was, yeah, and that's what keeps me going. It's not just those guys in Ecuador, or it's everybody. They'll come and see me because we always, after every show, we always sort of like towel down and go straight outside and meet the fans for pictures and sign-in stuff. And you get to meet them. You get to hear a lot of things that they say to you about your music and about what it means to them. So it's fantastic, really, and that's what keeps me going. Yes, I've had some band changes and stuff, but I mean that's kind of expected, I think, in most band situations, because you get pissed off with people and the way they do things, and it's just like, so you end up you just got to believe in yourself, really. And I'm probably at that crossroads again now, and so there might be some changes for me coming up, but essentially it'll still be me, and that's that, really. Because I love it, and I love meeting the fans and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to continue as long as I can.
Awesome.
You have like these really long time fans that you've actually formed like an actual friendship with?
Yeah, I have. But likewise, I've got many new fans, many teenagers that are the same. It's very strange, to be quite honest with you, that I can't say why I've got some friends in a band in the UK here, and they were going, "How did you manage that? How do you get the youngsters on your side?" That's, well, I don't really know, and I don't, apart from producing music that they love.
Right.
And maybe do they maybe consider you as like a father figure, like fatherly advice with them, whether it's really industry related or otherwise just life lessons?
I don't know. I really don't know. I can't put my finger on it, and I'm just grateful it's there, and I don't think it'll ever go away. And I post very little whilst I'm not working, and I won't be working now until 2022, because I am diabetic,
Right.
and some of the medication I take is conducive to catching it. So COVID-19,
Right.
anyway, and so I won't be going out at all. In fact, my agent won't let me out until such time as we've got some form of cure, or it's on a massive downward turn. But,
sure.
I'm still doing a little bit of work. I've got 2 recording studios, one at home and then one in Oxfordshire, and I'm working both of those. I do work for other people at home, and I'm working with a band at the moment in my main studio. So I've sort of got work, but it's not enough to feed the kids, sort of thing.
Right.
But
so I have a question for you, and I don't know if you know the answer to this, but so you were right at the helm of the, I guess they call it the new wave of British heavy metal. Yeah. I mean, you were right at the cusp of it. Why do you think, and even though you're like super, I mean, there's true metalheads are become like a cult following of sorts, but why do you think you guys never made it like the same as some of the bigger bands? Because I think you were just as good.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know that either. I mean, it's probably like Anvil,
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But I'm not unhappy with the situation. It doesn't upset me to a great deal, or it doesn't upset me, put it that way, at all. Because I can still go out there. I can do medium-sized clubs and larger clubs, some theatres, and I'm happy with that.
Sure.
And I can make money doing that, and that's great. It's. I can't really ask for much more, because at the end of the day, the bigger the tour, the harder it gets. And with only one leg, it's hard enough as it is. So I don't know. Maybe it'll happen one day, but I doubt it, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I was just curious. Sorry, Riina. I was just curious because I definitely had put you, or Grim Reaper, definitely at least back then, right in with all these other bands, and I don't know how that didn't translate, because to me it should have been, translated just as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does make sense. I don't know is the answer.
Yeah,
well, we had a
But then
had a lot of
sort of like you said, that you really enjoy meeting the fans and just having that close relationship with them. And I think it's more of a possibility to do that when you're not a giant band, that you get to be more intimate with your following.
Yeah, you can. And I guess that I guess that allows us to do that. But I'm just thinking about some of them now. Actually, the very first one I did in where was it? Brazil. I did say that I'll go and meet the fans afterwards, and they were going to put me at the front foyer of this club, and I got mobbed. I literally got pushed on the ground so I couldn't stand up, and they ended up putting me upstairs and letting 4 fans in at a time for pictures and signatures and stuff. And it basically worked out I was up there for 3.5 hours.
Wow. I've heard South American fans are fanatics.
Oh, total fanatics. Total. It's, You know, if you ever want to describe how you would like to be treated, go there, because it's phenomenal. And they love their music, you know,
Right.
they really do. And like you say, they are fanatical.
All right, so I think Chris is back. Chris, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, Chris, meet Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Hi.
Sorry,
Hi, Chris.
my dog had an emergency. I had to take him outside.
That's okay.
So
Top quality podcasting here, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Mine gets the shits every so often too.
it's
Very fun. Spurs.
he's 16 and a half now, and
All right, yeah.
and he's having some issues. So
Yeah,
just trying to work
Yeah.
it through with him, you know.
yeah, I get it.
I had like an old dog. She's now passed on over the Rainbow Bridge. But when she
Yeah.
got older, and I live in Finland, so we get really cold winters. And when it would get like absolutely freezing in the winter, she would go have a shit in my sauna in the night. She wouldn't have to like run in the snow in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Nice.
I'll tell you this. So my dog has early onset dementia right now, and
Right.
he's also got his back is messed up. So
Yeah.
lots of times he doesn't know where he is or what he's doing sometimes.
Yeah.
And so the last few weeks have been a real struggle because I take him out, you know, at midnight or whatever, and then I go to bed, and I wake up in the morning and he's just curled right up beside me. And I get out of bed, and there's a huge pile of shit in the spare room. And I don't even, and he doesn't know he does it. Like he just he's just like, oh, I got to go. And then he goes.
Yeah.
So I've been working like, we got to relearn to go outside. So as soon as he comes downstairs, I'm like, let's go now. Come on.
So, Steve, I know you didn't tune in or join us to talk about dogs shitting.
No. but that is part of life. You know, if you have a dog. If you have a dog, then you're dealing with shit.
Yeah.
Kids and animals get prepared for excrement. That is
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what's on the agenda for Grim Reaper now? I know you said you're at a crossroads. Are you looking at writing new material? I know you can't tour at the moment, but should we expect new material at all?
Yeah, we are actually writing a new album at the moment as we speak. I'm also writing the second. I don't know if you've ever heard of Grimstein, which was a band that I started with Steve Stein, an American guitarist out there, phenomenal guitarist. You want to look him up if you don't know who I'm talking about. And we've got our second album. We've got all the stuff written. It's just a question of now writing. Actually, not writing, sorry, recording it. So I've got all the musicians in place, ready to go. Studio's waiting for me to do it. I'm just, because Steve is a very, very busy guy. He does these online lessons and stuff. And he's very, very busy guy. So it's just waiting for him to have some downtime so we can start.
Are you doing most of the writing then? Or are you guys bouncing stuff back and forth via emails?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Yeah, for both things actually. Yeah.
So what's like your target schedule for releasing the new stuff?
Well, I haven't really, because I don't know, because I firmly believe in old school everything, how we record, how we schedule, and all that. I don't want to have the album could be ready, but I don't want to put it out until we can tour it. So I don't believe that there's it's like the film industry at the moment, isn't it? You know, they're not putting films out because people can't go to the cinemas. So, so I see little point in having to rush stuff ready until we can tour it.
Yeah, I understand. But do you think it's actually making the new music easier, this COVID situation where people are kind of forced to have all this time on their hands, and maybe they can use it for this then?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what we've been doing. I've been doing. Excuse me, I'm eating jelly beans, and I shouldn't be anyway. But One just got stuck in the back of my fucking throat. So it's gone.
No choking, dude.
No, don't choke out on this.
It's going to be a podcast where the Green Reaper singer dies. You know?
Yeah, dying on a jelly bean. Yeah. What was I saying? I forgot where I was with that.
Yeah,
what
just
was I saying?
time on your hands and like just taking this time actually could be a benefit, the COVID situation.
Yeah, I do, because we're not being pressured. I'm not being pressured by my label into getting stuff out. So that's a great thing, to be fair. So it is just a question of getting it all together. The guys the Reaper guys are busy writing material now. I think we've got about 8 songs. But I haven't been very well actually for the last 6 weeks, and I haven't really done a lot. So it's that's a bit of a pain as well. But so all I can keep doing is promising them that I will get on with it as soon as I feel better. I am getting there, but still not great. But
hear that.
Yeah. So and the same with Steve. I mean, Steve and I have been working online actually, as far as a lockdown band. We did Heaven and Hell a few months ago now, and we got over 500,000 likes, which is incredible. Yeah, which is absolutely incredible. I think if Dio had done it, he might have reached about 120,000. But why we got over 500,000, I do not know, because since then we've also done Still of the Night, Whitesnake, and that didn't even come anywhere near close to that. So we're doing an Iron Maiden one shortly. Well, the vocals are done. I'm not quite sure what else has to be done. It's got to be close, because they're asking me to do a video, so that will be done fairly shortly too. So the next one is ready, and we've got one more after that to do. So,
man, I did one of those, and we did Holy Diver, and we're at like 768 plays. We can't even match 500,000. Not even close.
Well,
penny, Chris.
Yeah, it was. I think it might have been the fact that Nick Bocott joined us on that first. Well, he's part of the whole thing now, anyway. But it could have been the excitement of the fact that Nick and I were working together. I don't know, but it did the trick, whatever it was. Well, we'll see what happens with Iron Maiden, because it's
Which Maiden tune are you doing?
Are you allowed to say?
I can't say. No, not until it comes out.
Oh man!
But yeah, we
promise we won't tell anybody. Just
Yeah, sure.
4 of us.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's not recorded or anything. But anyways.
No, of course not. No. Yeah, so we'll see, because obviously Iron Maiden are a very popular and massive band. So we'll see if that happens, and if it's not, then we know that everybody still loves Dio, which I know that's the case anyway. Or they got excited about the fact that Nick and I might be working together.
What was it like? What was it like doing Still of the Night? Like, that is like one of the heaviest. Like, I know that gets kind of bulked into like the hair metal stuff, but for me, it really isn't part of that situation. No. That's like one of the heaviest grooves of the 80s.
Well,
how was attacking? I know Adrian Vandenberg didn't play on that. I think it was John Sykes, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And then Rudy Sarzo, and was it Tommy Aldrich who did the drums?
Yeah.
I think. Like, how was it attacking that heavy of a groove to pull off?
Easy. To be fair, it was because I was brought up on that stuff. 87 came out while I was still touring, and I got a copy of it and I played it to death. It's right up my street, really. I love that sort of stuff, so it was relatively easy to do. no more difficult than any other song I've sung. But it was great. I've got to say it was great because it's one of the great songs out there, you know?
It really is.
Oh, absolutely.
Every time it comes on, when it goes, da, 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 I'm like, yes. I just about damn near cream my jeans every time it happens. I'm just
nice. Like, we did not need that.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, we didn't. But hey, there it is on a plate.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Sorry, I just got excited because as soon as I hear that song, every time I hear that song, I'm like, "Fuck, this is."
No, it's a great song.
It's so unique.
It truly is. It is. It's a fabulous song, and it well warranted our attention.
Oh yeah. So Steve, I know you don't have a crystal ball, and none of us do, but where do you see the music business landing on the flip side of this?
No different, really. As far as music industry is concerned, because that already died a death and has resurrected itself in the shape and form of independent labels. So I don't think that's going to change much. What may change is the clubs. You know, some of them may not open again. Some of them will, but some of them may not. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine a few weeks ago. They want to come over here and play. I said, "What for? You won't make any money. You won't get anybody to turn up." And well, it's just the experience of playing in the UK. Oh, I'll tell you now, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest challenge after this is all over. Is people have spent, the better part of a year, and by the time it's over, probably a year and a half, 2 years, being afraid to socially interact.
Yep.
And that creates a mindset. And I think that's actually going to be one of the bigger hurdles of live music coming back is that. Because there's some people that are going to run out and go instantly. But there's a lot of people that are going to be pretty conservative about doing stuff like that. Yeah,
I think initially we're going to have a rush back to the clubs because people are going to be so starved of it. It's going to be unreal. And I also think that like you say, some people will be like, "Oh, I don't know whether to. I don't know." But when you get starved of something like that, you go crazy, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I think, to be fair, I think that I think it's going to be good. I really do. So,
I hope you're right, because I'm dying. I'm one of those that are totally jonesing.
Yeah, exactly. I am too.
A lot of us are. We've been able to, here in Helsinki, some gigs are being played, or here in Finland altogether. But it's there's this massive responsibility for the media on how they report things, because the father of my child runs some venues here in Helsinki, and a report that said that one of their venues, Vale, that there was somebody had attended that was then confirmed to have corona. But so a lot of people were exposed, but no infections actually came of that. But since that news bit, they have been hosting events to an empty venue since.
Yeah.
Because as soon as people hear that, they're not going to go.
Exactly. Yeah. And like you said, that some of the venues are not going to make it. A lot of them are not going to make it if this goes on for a lot longer. And I think that's a bigger problem than whether people are still going to be making music or wanting to see gigs or wanting to play them. But do we get the audience, or do we have the venue? Do we have the place to go and play? That's going to be a big question.
Yeah. I agree. I think to start off with, the beginning of I've been asked to do a couple of these what do you call them? A show with no audience.
Like a live stream?
Yeah, live stream. That's it. Yeah, live stream. And I'm going to do that just to keep us in the forefront of what's going on. we're still here. We're still, chomping at the bit to get out and see you guys, and bear with us. You've got to bear with us. So,
yeah, I mean, we're all in the same boat. Everybody gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I actually paid to see a live stream like about a month ago.
Yeah.
So the Monsters of Rock cruise, they do these live streams every weekend.
Yeah.
And, like I'm kind of an 80s hair metal guy. So LA Guns was doing a live stream. And so I paid to see it. It was $10 to see it. And it was a disaster. I mean,
really,
you couldn't get in. You couldn't, you got your codes, but it didn't work. And then eventually they just refunded everyone's money and put the stream up so you could watch it.
Yeah.
Which was fine. But since then, they've gotten a lot better and their streams are going pretty smoothly. That was like their first one that they really tried to kind of make happen. But the sound quality was great. Videography was great. They just had a few technical hurdles to get over.
Yeah, we've been asked to do one at KK's Mill, I think it's called.
The Steel
KK
Mill.
down in Steel Mill. Yeah, we've been asked to do one there. So we're in not negotiation, but we're going through all the technical stuff that needs to be done, what they need from us and that kind of stuff at the moment. So so that's something to look forward to.
Well,
yeah, absolutely.
Let us know when it comes out so that we can share it.
I will. Yeah, I will.
Chris, anything? Go ahead, Vane.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go.
Yeah, but it's it's not the same though, the stream gigs, and apparently that it was a fad in the spring, but they're losing popularity.
Yeah.
And you can have the can of beer in your living room, but you can't really feel the bass, can you?
No.
It's not when you're not in the crowd. So I think that's like a very, very plausible solution to this problem of live shows. And then it comes to the whole whose gig is worth watching. Like I know BMO just did an amazing live stream gig, and they said that they spent more money on that stream gig than they did on the album.
Yeah.
It all becomes about the production values and so on, and then it becomes who has the money to use.
Yeah. So
I think we need to find some sort of other solution, whether it be drive-in gigs. Those were also thrown out there as a solution.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I would totally go to a drive-in gig.
Yeah.
But is that a nightmare for a sound guy?
It is absolutely.
It probably is. Yeah. So that's not my job.
And you would think that technology could then that you can bring a Bluetooth speaker or something in your car.
That's how it works. That's how, because we're getting a lot of illegal raves going on in the UK at the moment, and some of them are what they call a silent rave. And I was like, well, how the hell do they do that? Well, of course, they transmit on Bluetooth. You just take your phone along with you, hook in, and put your earphones in.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's how that's done, and that's how a drive-in would be done. I would imagine
they could just put it on an FM transmitter.
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, or even that. Yeah, I don't know how they would do it because, like I say, that's not my job. So. So that's their problem, not mine. But
I think if you use speakers though, with all the metal and glass, I mean, it sounds heavy, but from a reflective point of view, it's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd probably be better to broadcast in Bluetooth and listen to it over your phone. So that'd be pretty good, I should imagine.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's all I've got. Chris, you got anything else?
I don't, man. Thank you so much for joining us and putting up with dog shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Have fun with that.
Well, actually, when I said that, I wasn't referring to my dog. I was referring to Bruce, but that's okay.
So let me ask you a question. Was that the first interview you've ever done where we've talked about dog shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the first, ladies and gentlemen.
Riina, do you have anything?
I'm good. It was so nice talking to you, Steve.
Anytime you like. Okay. Stay in touch. Stay in touch.
Steve, thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Ice cream truck.
Only the best.
Yeah.
Hey, stay safe out there.
Yeah,
Hopefully
Andrew,
we'll get to
buddy.
see you on the road sometime soon. Be well, my friend.
Okay. Yeah, Andrew. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
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 Bye. We there?
Yeah.
Another good one.
Nice guy.
So yeah, so nice. I love that he was like the crunching of the jelly bean back.
We were talking about dog shit on an interview, so anything goes at this point.
Totally. Totally.
You know what I like?
Welcome to my 120 seconds or less of Brutally Delicious. I'm Ash Leigh, and this week we are checking out Ambassador, which comes straight out of freaking Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where all that good-ass food comes from. So, Ambassador is kind of like a dark, dirty, kind of punk rock sounding band. I guess. I think every single fucking band in the entire world should just make up their own genre and run with it. Because it's so weird. You know, you can have, like, hippie friends, you know, that listen to, like, whatever. What are hippie people? Like, maybe Jimi Hendrix or something? Bob Marley? I don't know. Your hippie friends will at least have a song, you know, that they probably would fancy. And then, of course, you know, any other normal person who actually likes rock, metal, you know, punk, are easily gonna fall in love with this new album. Even their debut album, I think it was called Belly of the Whale. I think Belly of Your Mom. I think it was Belly of the Whale, and it was fucking incredible. Their new album, which I haven't listened to the entire album yet, but the few songs that I have listened to, they are as captivating as their debut album. And it's really cool when you can tell, you know, a band has not strayed from their, like, original sound, but you can tell that they're growing. Because, like, I think Korn did that one time. I hated that. I mean, I love dubstep shit, but anyway. Yeah. So, this new album that Ambassador's coming out with, Vale, I don't know what it's called. I'm so stupid with words. Cannot stand this. Anyways, it's fucking coming out September 18th. And if you want a little sneak peek of it, in your ear, just pay attention to this background music, whatever. And yes, I think it's in like just a few days. Go check it out. And catch you next time.